Good morning. Welcome to your Thursday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm going to shift this a smidgen. Just trying to get rid of some of the glare. Oh well, I guess we're going to be glaring today. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom for your day. And I'm interested that the same card decks keep circling through at this point in time. Well, it's been that way the whole 10 plus years I've been doing these, where we get a spate with a certain card deck and then it's gone for a while and then it reappears. So at this point, Sacred Forest by Denise Lynn. So let us begin with the breath. Feels like it's an important day to breathe deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm just smiling because I'm remembering some deep breathing from yesterday. I exchanged services with a young woman who was doing Reiki with me yesterday, and a lot of breathing involved, a lot of things moving through. It was very interesting, laying groundwork for what's coming. And that seems to be a theme we've had the last little while here. And interestingly, today's card, I feel, for lack of a better way to put it, like it's speaking to the future. It's, this is a judgmental word, but premature in terms of what's happening right here, right now. Good morning, Cindy. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. You're the first one popping on today. Not premature in that it's not going to happen or it's not on its way, or that there's even inklings of it right now. But given some of the cards we've had the past, I'd say 2 weeks, this one sounds a little funny to me. And maybe it's because it's meant to be that beacon shining down the path that keeps us moving. I'm not sure, but here we are. So show you the cover again, and I think of beacon, and there's that door that just glows, beckoning us into our inner world. So card for today is Be Spirit, Prosperity. Welcome to whomever else has just popped on. Glad you're here. Be Spirit, Prosperity. I want to move it closer. See, she's holding, looks like a pearl ring, but the pearl is actually glowing. Kind of interesting. Welcome to the others who are popping on. There's Gwen. Glad you're here. And Abigail. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's starting to roll in. This is good. This is good. Thank you for all the sunny stuff. I don't think we're going to have much sun today. I think we're actually supposed to get some thunderstorms later today. So, and it's that heavy, humid feeling. Good morning, Barb. Glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome. So we'll see if we can lighten it up a little bit with our card for today. Prosperity, and then we'll go about our business. And I realized usually on Thursdays I have a bunch of specific things I have to do. This week all of that is canceled, so I have an entire day where there's nothing scheduled. This is going to be interesting. So I want to do some journaling, I want to do some breath work, I want to do some really cool stuff and see. Good morning, Carolyn. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the hearts and the rainbow. And see where it leads me. Today may be a day where I just go driving around, looking at properties, seeing what speaks to my heart and soul. Is there a property begging for an intentional community? We'll see. Divine unfolding, right? Yes, I love when this happens, and it's so rare that it happens. And again, I'm getting these inklings of it's time to take like a 3-day weekend and get an Airbnb somewhere in the boondocks and just be. So we'll see how that unfolds. Be Spirit, Prosperity. And again, nice deep breaths while you're soaking up this energy of today's card. And I'll show you today's card because it's going to be talked about. In the meadow, the flowers are heady with their sweet scents. Bees flit from flower to flower, their droning sounding like the combined chants of 1,000 monks. Isn't that a lovely way to think about it? As you watch, you can sense their focus on productivity and working in community. Maybe that's why this card popped up. Again, we keep moving our humanity more and more back toward community. We've drifted afield, but now we're heading back that direction. The result of their industry is golden amber honey. This card can be a wonderful sign that abundance and sweet energy is coming your way. It can also be a card of productivity and organization. So if you have been indecisive, disorganized, or unfocused, this card can mean that it's time to focus. Thus, for me, the breath work, the journaling, etc., those are all exercises in focus, which doesn't come easy for me as an ADD person. Look, shiny. So the opportunities to practice today are going to be lovely. Reprioritize your life. I love when they put in those comments like that, like, what the heck does that mean? And for each person, what it means is likely to be different. Reprioritize your life. Have you been too busy with nothing to show for all your work? Decide what is most important and take steps in those directions. I was working with a client earlier this week, and we were talking about her debt load. And one of the things she said, which I get it, it makes sense, is I can't just pour myself into debt reduction. I have to live also. I have to have do some of the things that are important to me while certain people are at a certain age where they're still willing to spend time with me, etc. And I totally get that. And so it will be working to create a balance between more diligent effort toward debt reduction and still doing some things with the people who are important to her at this point in time. We can have both. It doesn't have to be this or that. It can be this and that. Let's see. To activate the prosperity you desire, this card can also signify that it's time to work hard. And for most of us, we hear that now and kind of recoil because we've worked our asses off, haven't we? Yeah. And the idea of being of a certain age and working our asses off again does not sound all that great, right? But it can also be the yin energy of work. So that was one of the things that I taught my people on my Mary Kay team, good morning Angie, was that there's more than just your advertising, your word of mouth, your putting out your flyers, giving people lookbooks, blah, blah, blah. There's also the internal work, the yin work of marketing, if you want to call it that, where you imagine yourself as that beacon of light, where you open yourself up to the flow of people coming your way who need what you have to give, and receiving them and nurturing them, cultivating their friendships and their connections and their business relationships with you, etc. So we want both the yang of productivity, the doing, but the yin of productivity also, the being, the mindset of productivity. How do you set your mind up to feel very productive? Curiosity is a great step. Moving into curiosity, if you think about all the great thinkers that have ever been, they had that shared capacity for curiosity. It's a huge gift, a huge gift. So let's exercise this gift we have, right? Be willing to put in time and energy, and your goals will be attained. Your efforts will pay off. And here's the community part. Bees work together, so also consider whose energy aligns with yours and how you might collaborate to achieve your desires. By doing this, good fortune will ensue. Throughout history, bees and their productivity have been admired because they bring us honey, which is associated with the sweetness of life, nourishment, and wealth. Honey is also associated with gold in many legends. The message Bee Spirit brings is that with diligent work you will gain gold. And again, view work in a much broader sense. It's not just physical labor. It's your mental, emotional, spiritual work that also counts dramatically for your end results, right? The spirit of the bee says, the sweet abundance of the universe is flowing into your life. Flowing into your life. However, you need to take action and perhaps join with others to align with the frequency of your dreams. Again, mindset, aligning with the frequency of your dreams, energetic frequency. Believe what you deserve and your goal will unfold. All right? So this card is actually written in a way that speaks to the divine masculine and to the divine feminine. And again, yin yang, we want both. We want both. So think about it. Are you lopsided one direction more than the other? More from that, thank you, Cindy, I appreciate you posting that. More from the work perspective, the physical labor perspective, or are you more of that dreamer, thinker, whatever, but you're missing the doing piece? Whichever one you kind of give short shrift, let's give it a little breath of air right now. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Energizing that aspect of the yin yang that is less your focus. And beefing it up a little bit with our breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Sensing that yin-yang symbol becoming more rounded, more balanced, in through the nose, out through the mouth, more aligned. So that is your mission for today. Spend some time with whichever aspect you tend to give short shrift. If you're the doer but not the dreamer, spend a little time dreaming. What would that look like, sound like, feel like if this were the way I'd like it to be, more balanced? If I'm bringing my divine masculine and my divine feminine to the table for the things I want to accomplish, what would that look like? What would that sound like? What would it feel like to have more balance? Breathe in, breathe out. And just keep that breath going. And notice, your breath is a perfect example for that yin-yang balance. We breathe in a certain amount. We breathe out a comparable amount. When we breathe in too much and don't exhale it, we kind of get stopped up. When we exhale too much and don't take in enough, we're depleted. So we're working on the balance. Work on the balance with your breath. It will work on the balance in your life. Have an awesome day. See you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.